Hey game designers, in this video is going to be part 2 of how to create our brick um, tile map here. In this video we're going to go ahead and finish up um, pretty much the entire first 2/3 of this one. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So in the last video we duplicated brick number 5 to create brick number 2, brick number 1, and brick number 4 here. Actually, I think I renamed it incorrectly. This is brick number 5, and this is brick number 4. And let's go ahead and start working on brick 1 and brick 2. So brick 1 and brick 2, if you turn on the reference, has its own unique appearance to show that the player can walk on top of the surface. So we're just going to create like just some bricks on the top layer to kind of make it look different than the other bricks. Um, so let's go ahead and get on that. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to zoom in a little bit to kind of let you guys see where we are working with here. I'm going to go ahead and use the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to delete the top half of this brick. So I'm just going to go about 12 pixels down and use the delete key. Now, when you use the delete key, it will delete what's in the rectangular selected region, but on that layer. So I'm going to go to brick number 2 here, click delete. It will delete the top layer. I go to brick number 1, hit delete, and that will delete that top layer. Now I'm going to go ahead and click back on brick number 2, and we're going to work specifically on brick number 2. Again, I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to limit my canvas because I don't want to draw outside of other bricks here. So I'm just going to use my rectangle select tool, go to 0, 100, and create a rectangular region here. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the pencil tool and keep it at 4 pixels, a rectangular tip. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and keep my black color to draw grout lines. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a half grout line here, a half grout line here, half grout line here. Maybe I'll actually change it, my pixel size to 2. So just make it look a little bit different so that the bricks don't look so big. So I'm going to go ahead and use only 2 pixels here. I'm going to go ahead and start here, hold shift, and draw a horizontal line here. Go over here, left click, hold shift, draw a line there. I'm going to go ahead and draw some vertical ones now. I'm going to go ahead and draw, this one's going to be a half brick. So I'm going to go ahead and start at 100, hold left click, hold shift, draw a half brick here, or a half grout line. I'm going to go over here, same thing. I'm going to go 200, hold shift, draw a half grout line here. And I'm going to do something that's a little bit different size than these bricks. I'm going to go like every 20. So here's 100. I'm going to go to 120, draw a brick right here, hold shift, go to 140, hold shift, draw one here, go to 160, left click, hold shift, draw one here, go to 180, hold shift, and draw one here. And just like before, I'm going to go ahead and color it in. So I'm just going to use my color picker here. Or I'm sorry, going to go to my palette. You should have the colors loaded up from before. So I'm just going to alternate the colors a little bit. I'll go red um, over here using the paint bucket tool. I'll click red here. Oh, it went black. Let's go ahead and go back. Click on the red color. So I'll go red right here. I'll go pink right here, or salmon. I'll go right here. And then maybe I'll pick some of the other colors here. I have like a light brown. I'll go there. I'll go a dark brown here. And then maybe I will go a darker brown over here. Okay, so just something that looks different than the standard size bricks here. And now that this is in brick number 2, I can go ahead and duplicate this and stick it onto brick number 1. So I don't want to repeat my work again. So I'm just going to go, I can use Control C and then Control V to copy and paste it. But I'm just going to go ahead and use the duplicate layer. create a copy of it. I'm going to use the move tool and move it over here. Now remember, this layer is not connected to brick number one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these two layers together. Okay, so again, I'm going to click on brick one and copy brick, the layer that I created with this one here. I'm going to right click and merge them together. And now let's make sure by using my rectangle select tool, select nothing. And I'm just going to click on brick number one and see that it is merged correctly. Now, if you merge the brick and brick one was on the bottom of the duplicate, then uh, you're going to have to rename it. And I think it looks like I did that incorrectly because it looks like I merged something I wasn't supposed to merge. Okay, so let's go back to here, and I had a copy. I didn't copy this right here. So I'm going to hit Control C. I didn't want to copy the entire layer. I just want to Control C and copy the top part only. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a new layer and Control V again. So you can see here that my layer 2 now is only that little part that I want to connect to brick number 1. So again, when you copy the entire brick layer, it creates the bottom and the top. I just want to copy the region that I have selected here. So now I'm going to move it over here. And now you see layer 2 and brick 1 are two parts that I want to merge. I'm going to hold Control, select both of them, and merge them together. Okay. So now we have, something that distinguishes brick number 5 from brick number 2. Brick number 2 is what the player will step on. So you see that the tiles are a little bit different on the top edge. Now, for the brick number 1, we have a top edge which looks like a bunch of small bricks, but we're also going to have a cutout. So it's going to cut out a little bit here to give it a left edge. So you can see here on the reference that there's a top edge and a right edge. So over here, we're going to have a top edge and a left edge. So to create the left edge, we're going to actually use the same tool that we did before, which is the rectangular select tool. Okay, so I'm going to cut out a piece of these two bricks. So I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, and I'm just going to delete, like, I don't know, something small, like let's say 5 pixels. Um, Actually, I'm going to do it in two parts. So let's go 5 pixels right now to create a left edge. And I'm just going to go to brick number 1 first. Make sure you click on brick number 1, hit delete. It will delete the left edge. Then I'm going to go to brick number 2 and delete that as well. Oh, sorry, not brick number 2, brick number 4. Hit delete, and that will delete brick number 4. And now I'm going to actually create a second lip. So I'm just going to kind of create this little lip right here that's a little bit further down. So I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to kind of zoom in real quickly to make sure I don't screw this up. I want to make it right underneath this brick, so maybe 2 more pixels down. So I'm going to go right here and kind of scroll down until I delete everything here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out now. So I'm going to delete 2 pixels in. Just use the delete button. Now, since I'm on layer 4, it will delete this part right here. I'm going to go click back on brick number 1, hit delete, and it will delete that there. And now, if you are so inclined, you can go ahead and use your pencil tool, go back to brick number 1, and don't select the rectangular region anymore. I'm just going to select the rectangle select tool, select on nothing, go back to my pencil tool, and draw in, if you want, the outline. So the left edge outline. So I'm going to go ahead and change back my color to black and give it the left edge, holding shift, left click, and then holding shift, create a grout line there. That's 2 pixels big. And then go over here, hold shift, and draw a line down here. Now, this is where you have to be careful. You do not want to go into brick number 4 because brick number 1 has to stay within this region within our guides. Now, if I want to draw the grout line here, I want to click on brick number 4 and now left click and then hold shift to draw a grout line for brick number 4. Okay, so this kind of finishes brick number 1. brick number 2, brick number 3, and brick number 4. So now we're going to go ahead and create brick number 7 and brick number 8 here. So brick number 7 has a left edge and a bottom edge, and brick number 8, the one below brick number 5, just has a bottom edge. So we're going to go ahead and use the duplicate tool again. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the move tool and then hold the Alt key to select the brick that I want. So let's go ahead and click on the move tool. So I'm first going to copy brick number 5 to make brick number 8. I'm going to hold Alt and drag it down, left click and drag. Now I'm going to go ahead and rename it brick number 8. And I'm going to go ahead and show the other method again for those of you who are having a hard time using the Alt, left click and drag. I'm just going to duplicate layer for brick number 4, have a copy of it, use the move tool, and just move it down here. So here we copied the left edge already, so we don't have to redo the left edge for brick number 7. So change this to brick number 7. Okay, and so we have brick 8 and brick 7. So now we just got to add the bottom edge here. So that's pretty easy. We're just going to use again, the rectangle select tool, and we're going to go ahead and delete about 2 pixels. Let's go ahead and delete a little bit more. Let's go like 5 pixels. And again, it doesn't have to be any particular number. Just delete the edge to kind of create a bottom edge. So here I clicked on brick number 7 and hit delete. It deleted brick number 7. If I go to brick number 8, hit delete, it will delete the bottom of brick number 8. We can go ahead and use our pencil tool and pencil it in. Now remember that we have a rectangular area selected. Just left click anywhere so that you don't select anything. Go ahead and use the pencil tool. I'm going to click on brick number 8 and just draw myself a outline here. I'm just going to start right here, hold shift to draw grout lines there. And if I make sure I'm accurate here because I don't want to draw outside of my canvas, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. If I want to be more precise, I could use the rectangle select tool to make sure that my pencil does not go in to the other side. So there we go. I'm going to go to brick number 7. I'm going to do the same thing here. I could start here, hold shift, draw a horizontal line there. So now we have brick 7 and brick 8, but you can see from our reference that, they have more rounded edges, and that does make it look a little bit more cooler. So we're going to try to use a rounded edge as well. So this is how we create the rounded edge for brick number 7. We're going to use instead of the rectangle select tool, if you right click, you have a ellipse select. Okay, so we have an ellipse select, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a semicircle on the edge of brick number 7. Okay, so make sure you have brick number 7 selected. I'm going to start here where the upper right hand corner of brick number 7 is, and I'm going to use the ellipse select tool. Now you can see here that it doesn't start at the center, so I'm going to use Alt, and that will hold it centered to where I clicked. Now you can kind of create any edge you want, so I want you to kind of look at brick number 7 on the corner here, and don't worry about it deleting your brick number 4, 5, or 8. We're just going to look at brick number 7 because that's the layer that we're on, and just kind of figure out what kind of curve you want to do with your brick here. So I'm going to go like that. Okay, so again, I'm holding Alt and I have left click. I'm going to let go of my left click first, and that will select the region. So you can see here, it sort of cuts a line through brick number 7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Control X or cut. So I'm going to use Control X, and it cuts out the region. Now again, you can, if you don't have hotkeys really well, just go to Edit and you can use Cut, Control X, and that cuts out the part of brick number 7 that overlapped with my circle. So now I'm going to click on New Layer, and I'm going to use Control V, which is to paste. So I'm going to paste the part I cut out. And now I put the other part back in. Now again, if you don't have hotkeys memorized yet, just go here and go to Paste, Control V. It now pastes it on a new layer. I'm going to go ahead and double click Layer 2 and rename it to brick number 7. The new brick number 7. I'm going to go to the old brick number 7 that still has that little leftover corner piece, and just delete this layer. Right click, delete, or just hit the delete button. And now my new brick number 7 has a rounded cutout that I created. Now, if you are so inclined, you can just use your pencil tool. Again, click on brick number 7 and draw in your outline. Now, I'm just going to freehand it. If you are more detailed than me, you can go ahead and use the zoom tool and go pixel by pixel. I'm just going to make a rough one. Okay. All right. So this completes the brick 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. We're not going to do 3, 6, and 9 quite yet. We're going to go ahead and flip those in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and do brick number 10 and 11. Okay, so brick 10 and 11 here. So the first thing we're going to do is to make brick number 10 and 11. We're going to duplicate because this one, 10 and 11, will have a top edge, a left edge, and a bottom edge. And brick number 11 will have a bottom edge and a top edge. So we're going to copy first brick number 7 and number 8. So I'm going to go use my select tool. I'm going to hold Alt and drag over brick number 7 here to be the first part of brick number 10. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now I'm going to show you guys the other method. The other method is to right click on brick number 8, click on duplicate layer. It creates a copy. I'm going to move the copy down to brick number 11. So let's go ahead and rename it. Brick number 8 copy is actually brick number 11. And brick number 7 copy is going to be brick number 10. Okay, so now I got brick 10 and brick 11. So now we have the left edge, the bottom edge, but we also got to add the top edge. So I'm going to scroll up and go to where the top edge is, and I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to duplicate this like I did on the bottom. I'm just going to copy this area, and I'm going to merge it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, right click, click on this, the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make sure I'm really accurate with my my copying. So you can, if you zoom close enough and you have the pixel view on, pixel grid, you can actually see the individual pixels. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So now I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to copy for brick number 11 here the exact cutout of brick number 2. So make sure you click on brick number 2, otherwise you won't copy anything. So I'm going to use the rectangle select tool, and I'm going to select this part of brick number 2. I'm going to use control copy. Okay, so that copies only that region. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit control V, and it will paste it on its new layer. So you can see here that I copied just the top part of brick number 2. So this brick number 2 here, I'm going to drag it down to brick number 11. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out again, zoom back out. Okay. So I'm going to click on layer number 2 using my move tool. You see that layer number 2 is just that part that I copied and pasted. I'm going to left click and drag it all the way down. Now, you have to make sure that layer 2 is above in hierarchy to brick number 11. Otherwise, your brick number 11 will be on top of layer number 2, and that's not what you want. So if you do have that problem, just move brick layer 2 on top of brick number 11 so that it shows up on top. And then after that, just go ahead and use the control key to select both these layers and then merge them together. Okay, so I'm going to merge these layers together, and now it renamed it to layer 2. I'm going to rename it back to brick number 11 here. So now my brick number 11 has the top edge appearance and the bottom edge appearance. I'm going to do the same thing over here with brick number 10 by copying the top of brick number 1. So again, let's go ahead and zoom in on or click on brick number 1, and I'm going to zoom in on it using my zoom tool. Okay, and I might want to go in as close enough so I can see the actual grid lines. Use my pan tool and pan over here. I'm going to use my rectangle select tool. And again, I'm just going to copy the work. I don't want to reduplicate this work. I'm just going to copy it here. I'm going to use Control C. Now, again, if you are not inclined to use hotkeys, you can go here, use the copy right here to copy it. Okay, you can go back to edit and you can paste it. And you can see here it pastes that on layer 2. I'm going to go ahead and use my select tool. See that layer 2 is what I copied here. And I'm going to zoom out again. Okay, and go back to layer 2, go back to my move tool, and just go ahead and move layer 2 down to brick number 10. So I'm going to use my move tool here and just move it down. Now you can see here that this particular instance, when I moved it down, it appeared in the behind brick number 10. If that happens to you, again, just move that layer 2 above brick number 10 on your hierarchy, and it should show up on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in again, just to make sure that when I copied and pasted it, I moved it directly where I wanted it, that it is correctly aligned, and it looks like it is. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to click on brick number 2 and brick number 10 and merge them together to make brick 10. So I'm going to merge layer here. Okay. And let's go ahead and use the move tool and zoom out again. Okay. Zoomed out. Looks beautiful now. It has a top appearance, the top edge. It has a left edge and it has a bottom edge. So everything looks good here. And that completes our brick 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and then 10 and 11. Okay. So in the next video, we will do brick 3, 6, 9, and 12. And we'll teach you guys how to export it and turn it into West Hills, and also how to import it into GameFruit. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for now, and I'll see you guys next video.